Mark, what's going on?
Hey, Paul. Just going back through this Superman issue 29. This was one of the best books I've read in a long time. It's up
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it really was. We're gonna cover that. We had a couple books to cover this week. We got Wonder Woman number 11. We got Martian Manhunter number 6. The first half of 12 issues. It's taking a break for a little while, and then we've got the second part of the Dark Side, Legion of Dark Side. We're gonna get to all of that right after this. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell. Hit the like button. And leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. First of all, happy 150th episode.
Yeah. Oh, it's 150, huh?
It seems like it was just 149.
Yeah, just the other day.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
this airs on my birthday as well.
I was gonna be next. I'm gonna say happy birthday to you as well.
Happy birthday to me.
That's right. You're not 150.
No. Feels like 149 also.
Exactly. You look good, by the way.
I just got out of the shower.
Yeah. But let's talk about what's going on in the Absolute Universe. We got 3 issues that are going on in the Absolute Universe this week that are, well, 2 in the Absolute Universe, 1 in the regular universe, but has many ties to the Absolute Universe. So because more and more
read over.
Yeah, I mean, we could even technically even talk about Justice League Unlimited this week too, because
at this point, so many books.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's start with Absolute Wonder Woman.
Sure.
Absolute Wonder Woman number 11. If you recall, Wonder Woman. I recall, is still in the maze, trying to get out.
She's having a whole Wizard of Oz moment. She's in the poppy fields.
Exactly, and it causes her to not be able to speak. But is she able to speak, and you just can't comprehend, or is she not able to speak? She's not sure exactly what's
hallucinating.
Going on.
She's been drugged by this potent potable that's in the labyrinth.
Mm.
She's knick-knacking, she's spelling, she's trying to get her bearings, and she eventually does.
She does. We go back to before. We see
not
then. We go back to before, where we see her talking to a god who is in the form of a wolf, basically.
Big old wolf.
Well, let me get that up there.
She's asking, "Will you always be angry at me?"
Yeah.
We get a little bit of God wisdom philosophy going on, like saying, angry, I know you do not like how I am, that I disappoint you. I guess Wonder Woman's self-doubt kind of thing.
Yeah.
Little self-doubt. And the God saying that's not true. You delight me, but I confess you confound me. And we're learning a little along the way this how special, how unique Diana is. Diana doesn't know it yet, not at this age, but a little bit of that. A little bit of
even the God says basically that she has more patience, more wisdom, more strength than most of the gods do. So
yeah. And then she pulled out of a rock. What is this that she does sitting on the beach with this giant wolf goddess?
There is a hydra that's in the water, and she has this little almost like a pearl type of a thing.
Looks like she enchants a rock, but it makes me think of the pearl that's popped up a few times over the past couple of years. That's where my mind went. Like, is this like the origin of that pearl?
Is this the Aquaman pearl?
Is it? Could be.
So she throws the pearl into the ocean, and then in discussing it with the god says, "Okay, now I want you to go down and get it back from the Hydra." And so Diana takes her big axe, goes into the water, comes back. The wolf, the god, basically is under the impression that she's going to have to basically probably kill the Hydra to get it back.
But she comes back with the pearl and no axe, and the wolf's just confused.
Right. And she says that basically she had the one weapon that she needed, and that was to be able to strike a bargain.
The power of the bargain, the art of the deal.
The art of the deal. Who knew? It was huge.
It's so funny. She said, "How did you do this?" She goes, "We made a bargain. I let her keep the axe until I bring it back to her." And the wolf's response was great. "You confounding child." Like I said earlier, you confound me. And you said choose the right weapon. The right weapon was the bargain.
Right.
And that's going to come into play later in the story. Now that Wonder Woman's done with her weird Timothy Leary moments, just kind of tripping through the maze, she wakes up to find a new character, and it's finally another Amazon. An Amazon who they kind of say their hellos, give their hugs. I can't believe you exist. I can't believe you exist. She's shocked to find out that Diana was raised not around Amazons, that she's never met one. She doesn't know the whole backstory. Diana doesn't reveal it yet, but she notices that this new Amazon has all these tattoos on her. So she's clearly been down here a long time, finding out that they're tattooing the labyrinth on her as time goes, trying to get a lay of the land. But she's been here a while, so she has a home base. She has friends. She has allies, and they head back to there.
Right. The character's name is Io.
You too.
Exactly. And so she basically takes her through all the different things and says, we basically, in a lot of ways, they've done a lot of the mapping out, but kind of like by trial and error. They dig tunnels, they reinforce them. They know that at one point they're underneath the ocean and everything like that. So, so they kind of have plotted out everything that they have, and Diana takes in all of that.
She does. And also she takes in a little bit of the character of Io, knowing she's an Amazon, having struck water at the ocean. She could have left all these people behind and just swam out, but she chose not to and to stay with them, showing like Diana's not the only compassionate Amazon, because we really don't have any backstory or context to them. We just know they have the whole War of the Gods in their past somewhere. But Diana gets an idea, and she goes back to her little hallucinogenic poppy field and goes picking some flowers. And I mean, that's what it is. Her whole Dorothy moment. Goes picking some flowers, says, I got a plan, and she clearly wants to go face, is it Cersei? Who's it down here?
Clea.
Clea, that's it. Wants to go face Clea. So she ends up hopping up the little, what was it that they dropped her down into? The hole from 300.
Yeah, I can't think of the exact.
She jumps up out of the pit.
Yeah.
And found her way, jumps up out of the pit to go face Clea.
Freeze Ferdinand.
Yes,
exactly. Ferdinand is free.
I'm Team Ferdinand.
Exactly. Hashtag free Ferdinand.
Free Ferdinand.
Does some battle with Clea. Clea basically says, I can't believe, you came back here. You just came back basically to have me, kill you and everything.
She also mentions she wants her siren back. Right. Like, why? Right. Like, she's power tripping over having enough prisoners or something.
Diana takes her trident, Clea's trident, and throws it back down into the pit.
Yeah, where it doesn't stay for long.
Right. And she basically says,
blessing of the gods or so.
Yeah, because it comes back to Diana, but not in the form that it left her.
Comes back enchanted.
Mm-hmm.
And Diana says, "Let's make a deal, right? Just not as you imagine." Yeah, she's working up the art of the bargain with her. You're getting, because she freaks out when she throws it down the pit, and she's like, "Oh, chill out." And she puts her hands out and it pops back up. She's like, "I got it back, but not as you remember it." So she's clearly trying to work up the weapon of the bargain.
Right.
Yeah. Another little cool little aspect of Diana. It's not all about hurting your enemy. It's not about being the victor, the winner. There's more than one way to win, is what this issue is about with Diana.
Right. That
wasn't the best issue. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Brings us to Absolute Martian Manhunter.
On that note, it was a masterpiece compared to this.
Exactly.
This book sucks.
Yeah. Well, if you read issue 1, you got a really nice callback to issue.
The Martian Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this basically, you can kind of tell. I mean, that this was originally intended to be in some ways probably the final issue. They probably added some things at the end, but because within this, for lack of I mean, it's tough to tell the entire story because it's just so like mind bending and things like that. But basically,
let me get you. I got you.
Okay.
We're going to recap the whole thing in just a few sentences. FBI employee John Jones is in an accident. And it wakes up from the accident, and he thinks he's crazy. It turns out he's possessed by Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter is a mental entity in this. He goes through the world trying to figure out what's real and not real, and he eventually does. And after kind of figuring out that there's a separate entity in him, he starts communicating with it, trying to figure it out. All the while, he's ignoring his job and his family while doing it. But that's nothing new to this character. That's who he is already. While this is happening in the city, strange things start occurring on a hot day. People start acting out violently. Comes to find out their minds are poisoned by something. We don't know what, but the Martian gets in it, stops a few violent actions from happening, and we move forward. As we move forward, stranger things and more violent things start happening, more specific things. And we come to find out that there's a white Martian that's in the city, ultimately causing these things to happen. Such bad things all the way to the point of the sun going down and never having the attention to rise again. And that brings us to our final issue right here, where all these different elements come to a head, from gangs amassing, traveling the street, to parents attacking their kids, to people lighting apartments on fire, to people poisoning candy and passing it out, to a serial killer specifically coming for John Jones' wife. All this is happening all at once at the start of this issue right here, ultimately leading to a 1v1 with the two Martians. While they're possessing other people and entities, they're fighting this metaphysical fight over the city, battling it out. And not until John finds out that the power was in him the whole time, not the power of love, the power of not ignoring your family for one panel, which empowers him enough to fight off the white Martian, Martian Manhunter, in this overly artistic style of storytelling, grabs the crescent moon and cuts the head off of the white Martian with it. Again, very metaphysical, very out there kind of stuff. And while all this was happening, the wife and John and the kid are in their house trying to hold down the home front from the attacking mob outside, blowing people's heads off. Their heads pop and just a white bubble comes up in its place where they're still inhabited by the white Martian. Ultimately, you find out that his little kid eats one of those infected candy bars, because in the middle of all this, the kid's going to stop and eat chocolate.
Of course.
And at the very end of it, when they go upstairs to make sure he's okay, he's fine. After we just saw him eat some of the infected candy and die, he's back up. So we get the big tease at the end with the single page splash of the kid. If you hold it up to the light, you see he's infected with a white Martian.
Right. Yeah. Basically, though, this issue is, and again, this would have been, exactly. Would have been the end of the original 6. They extended it for another 6. But basically, John Jones learns how to fully connect with the Martian Manhunter inside of him, and utilizes all his powers and everything, helps to defeat the white Martian, we think, but the white Martian ends up in his son. So
yeah, it seems like psionic ability just kind of boosts it. Like, how hard can this Martian punch? Is based on how good his connecting was, how good, not just how good his connection to John Jones was, how honest with John Jones' self is John Jones. Like, it's not very specific. It's very abstract, but
no,
it's also a waste of time.
Well,
I'll tell you what it did give us. They gave us a one-panel splash of Darkseid 2 issues ago. In this issue, they used the word anti-life a lot, describing how the white Martian treats the people it inhabits.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Easter eggs, maybe, with Darkseid?
Yeah. And he says he does use the term Darkseid, but it's Darkside.
Yeah, Darkseid is trying to keep the sun from coming up.
Right.
Very interesting stuff. This was fire.
Speaking of Darkseid, we got the Legion of Darkseid.
My God. And if you recall from the last issue, it ended with Time Trapper going and fetching Superman, taking him outside of his normal universe to go get some backup for what's coming with the Legion of Darkseid, a.k.a. the absolute legion of superheroes that are total menaces. He takes him to Earth Prime, where Superboy Prime, the psychopath, is sitting there with a smile on his face. Hey, don't be mad. Hey, we're cool, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how he ended it.
We get a recap of exactly who Superboy Prime is and how he
psychopath.
Exactly, psychopath. So we get that in the first, just a single page, a quick recap of exactly who he is and how he came to be who he was.
I like how they recapped Tiger's head flying off.
Yeah,
that's the panel they pick. It's the backhand, because that was the one. It was an accident. He's like, "Hey," he turned around, and when he did that, that's when he had his meltdown in Infinite Crisis. So good, so good.
We see, and he really is kind of like a fourth wall breaking type person too. So
that artwork, man.
Yeah. Well, go get it.
So we get the Time Trapper talking about exactly the reason why he went to Earth. Get the Superboy Prime is because he lives outside of time and space almost, and he kind of is his own kind of little pocket universe.
Yeah, if you remember at the end of Crisis on Infinite Earths, this is the same little air quotes here paradise that Earth 2 Superman and Lois, Alexander, Superboy Prime went to. This is the same kind of enclosed paradise that he punched his way out of that ultimately brought back Jason Todd. It changed so many events throughout time and space of DC Universe that it kicked off the Infinite Crisis from 2005-06. So it's cool that that's kind of a callback to that, because as soon as he says, "Let's go," he turns and he just punches and shatters that reality again. Like it would.
And he, like I said, he looks at what would be necessary. He looks directly at the reader and says, "Let's go Silver Age on him."
Let's go Silver Age on him. And it was cool when he You know, when he hit it, there's a couple. You get this whole spiraling through reality thing. Some things could change or bend along the way, but Superman has a couple of moments where he doesn't necessarily recall everything perfectly because of reality altering or bending, but they get to where they're going. They get to where they're trying to go confront the Legion of Darkseid. And it's not an alternate Earth. It's not the absolute world confirmed. It's just the future of this Earth, and it is a hellscape.
Yeah.
We got dead Legionnaires everywhere.
Right. And to your point, like the Superboy Prime even mentions Booster Gold, and Superman says, "Who's that?"
Who's
He doesn't
that?
even remember who Booster Gold is.
Yeah, which is crazy because how personal that moment was in the All-In special with him and Booster.
Mm-hmm. So we go, like you said, we go to the future. We see Superman basically really kind of looking at everything that's happened. He sees dead Legionnaires everywhere. We got a one panel recall of Superboy and the different Legionnaires. So we see that, but we basically then see Superboy and Superboy Prime talking to Rock Bryn, who is Cosmic Boy, basically. Oh, keep doing that. And we see that basically you're on mute.
Yeah, we found out that they're not all dead, even though it looked like all of them were dead. Not just the Legion from this time, but they looked like they were drawing in the Legionnaires from all time, a bunch of different Earths reality, and executing them. The Legion of Darkseid are drawing them in and executing them. But there's a pocket of survivors. Tradewind is there, Cosmic Boy is there, a few other ones, and as soon as they all get together and they see Superboy Prime, they all flip like, what is he doing here? Why is this guy here? It's like, hey, you're gonna need me. I'm telling you, I'm a changed man. Yeah. I'm good now. I'm stable.
And it's funny too because a little bit further back before they even go there, I mean, Superboy is he's so cocky. He's just like, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go to the future. Okay, there's gonna be this evil Legionnaires. They're gonna beat us. They're gonna beat us up. But at the last minute, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 different sets of Legionnaires are gonna come and kick their ass.
Yeah. And then we check in with all of them. Then they point out the Brainiacs. And like I said, these are Legionnaires from all through time and space who are drawn here. And we have a bunch of different Brainiacs working on Absolute Brainiac, which we get our first, which that's interesting. We know that there's a whole council of Brainiacs thanks to the Absolute Superman book. Not a council, but there's an unlimited amount, literally. And they're working on trying to figure out and devise a way to see what we do from there. And then that's where we get to see one of the coolest Legionnaires, Starman.
Yeah, and he definitely, even though he's not quite as out there as he was in the Jeff Johns age, you can still kind of see that he is definitely the Jeff Johns Starman, because it seems as though he is a little bit disconnected from everything, but not to the point that he was in the Jeff Johns run.
He was out there.
He was out there. All right. Like I said, he still seems like he's a little bit out there, but he's much more connected to everything than he was before.
Looks like he's just seen a lot of trauma over the last few days. Not necessarily like broken-minded.
Right.
Looks like he's been tested. But they go scouting out. They're like, let's go figure this out. Let's go get to the bottom of this. They go sneaking around the rubble of the city. And it didn't take long, but Superboy Prime catches on something. He noticed that Cosmic Boy was using a shovel instead of using his powers.
Right.
That's when Cosmic Boy says, that took you long enough. And he kills Brainiac 5 as he mutates into one of the Legion of Darkseid members.
Chameleon Boy,
yeah. And then Superman just hits him, like doesn't even flinch. As soon as he sees one of them go down, just pops, boom. And he's out there. And then he's talking trash to him while he's flying him. And that's when the Haymaker comes in, because Chameleon says, "You'd never hurt a friend, right?" And puts on his little shape-shifting innocent face. And that's when Superboy Prime comes in. I would, and just kills him.
Right. Exactly. They fly off. They find Booster Gold finally, and we find out that for Booster Gold, it's been many years. For us, it's been basically almost a year, probably, because I think it was October that the All-In special happened, where he disappeared.
Yeah. Superman still doesn't remember Booster from the whatevers, but they got him out. Booster tries to remind him who he is, talking about how important it was, how much it meant when he gave him his Justice League card. It meant the world to him. But Superman still not getting it. And then someone the voice comes from behind him and says, you don't have a home to go back to, Superman. And when he turns around, you see the full Legion of Darkseid and Cosmic Girl saying, or Saturn Girl saying,
Right.
it's over with. The
Right.
future is Darkseid's. Wicked page. Dan Moore's art is amazing.
Yeah.
Superman's ready to fight. He's so pissed at this point. He's ready to fight, and he takes an eye laser to the back, and he takes some electricity to boost her gold. And when he looks up, you got Superboy Prime holding him by the neck.
Right.
Can't beat him. Join him.
Beat him. Join him, and that's where we end.
What's this kid playing, man? I think this is a double cross kind of situation.
Do I think he's gonna end up saving the day. Actually.
Yeah, dude. This kid's going out in a blaze of glory before this is over with. Yeah. Like I saw him turn on. I'm like, dude, I'm not even mad. There's something to this. There's definitely something to this. I'm just so excited he's back.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I don't know why I like him so much. He's such a bad guy. It's insane.
That's why. It's good. It's kind of like, you know what? It's like in the WWE. You like the best of the good guys, and you like the worst of the bad guys.
He's the Logan Paul of the DCU.
There you go. He's
young. He's athletic. He's a heel.
He probably has like 100,000 YouTube subscribers.
He's got a bunch.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, can't wait for the next issue. I'm almost kind of sad that it's just 3 issues because this is doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, it is and it isn't though, right? I mean, like this is just the ongoing continuity that slowly everything's folding into one massive story as it builds up to the event. So, like you pointed out at the beginning, like this picks up immediately in the pages of Justice League Unlimited with Time Trapper having left Superboy and Superman. You see exactly where he goes the very next moment and what happens to him, kind of thing. So it's all the books in continuity are all kind of folding in story wise. Their misadventures are all right. So even when this is over, it's just the next issue is the next part of the story.
Yeah, and the next issue, maybe they don't win, and that's when they
they're not winning in the next. Hell no,
because that's when they realize that they need the Omega energy, and that's when they kick off KO. So.
Yeah, it's called Legion of Darkseid. And Darkseid ain't even here yet.
Right.
This is the first part of Superboy's premonition. We ain't got to the end yet.
Yep.
But I bet you're good call. I bet he's gonna be right, and he's gonna look at us at one point and say, "I told you they'd show up" or something like that. It's gonna be awesome. Even if it plays out exactly like predicted, it's still gonna be amazing.
Absolutely. Because you know what, he'll tell us. I told you I was right.
Yeah. Look how I told you I'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this aspect of him doing a little bit of fourth wall breaking. I think it works good for his character that breaks through dimensional walls for the better part of 2 decades now.
Yeah, exactly. But that's going to be it for this edition of DC Comics Deep Dive. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Don't forget to leave us a comment. Leave a comment. Wish Mark happy birthday. He'll be happy.
Happy birthday to me.
There you go. But that's going to be it. I am Paul. He is Mark.
But we are Legion of Darkseid.
And you're now leaving Sector 2815.